This podcast is going to be an update on the gay gap relationship. My name is Eric, and welcome to the craziness that lives inside my head. Now, for those of you who saw or heard my last podcast on age gap relationships, I was talking about these young boys finding me on the date apps and pledging their love for me. So here's the update. The 26-year-old, I started off with the 26-year-old. The 26-year-old, he love bombed me for about a week. And then he disappeared. I could tell he's still on the date app when he comes on the date app, but he had cut off all contact. Didn't say why. Didn't even say goodbye because we was in the middle of a conversation and then he just disappeared. That's the 26-year-old. Only God knows what happened to that. And the 33-year-old, he contacted me online and tells me how handsome I am and how he wanted a relationship. Then he wanted to know if I like hookups and do I believe in long distance relationships. So my response was, hookups are one thing and monogamous relationships are another, but both things can't be done by long distance. So our daily routine was his texting me every morning. After our morning texting, I didn't hear from him from another until the next morning. No contact all day. So one morning, he texts me a video of him masturbating. After watching the video clip, I replied with, how interesting. You're looking for a relationship so far away. You are one hot guy, muscular, and well endowed. Can't believe that you haven't found a lover up there in your area for all these years. See, he told me when we first met that his lover died 3 years ago and he hasn't been with anyone, which I found that at his age, 33, and we all know how our hormones are at 33, I found that very suspect. But when he asked me the question about hookups, I just put two and two together. He probably was having all these hookups up there. So anyway, his response was quite angry, which didn't make any sense to me. I mean, if you see this guy, he's too good to believe. Too good looking, too well endowed, too muscular to believe. Now, if you're way, way, way up there, you should be able to find somebody. Unless he just wants hookups, but he wants a relationship. So his response was quite angry. He texts how he wanted a relationship since his lover died, and he hasn't been with anybody since. He's been honest about his intentions, and why would he waste his time talking to me if he wasn't serious? Well, bang. Then I haven't heard from him for 2 mornings. Mind you, he's been texting me every morning for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So finally, after I think I caught him in his lie, but finally after he stopped texting me. So then, on the 3rd morning, out of nowhere, he texts me, he goes, "Hey babe." And I go, "Yes." "How are you doing, handsome?" And I go, "Yes." How are you doing today?" I asked him. Well, my manager is playing games and I didn't get paid. So yesterday I asked my neighbor to lend me some money, but she never came through. And I'm really hungry. Can I borrow a couple of bucks, darling? And you know what my response was? I'm broke, babe. I'm broke, babe. He goes, really? And I go, yep. He goes, okay, thank you. Didn't question it. Didn't, mind you now, 3 days ago, he was angry with me. His response sounded very angry. And now it's like nothing happened. And now, Well, anyway, after that little bit of conversation, I blocked him. So that's out the way. So now the 26-year-old who disappeared, now the 33-year-old is gone. Now that leaves me 5 more to go on my age gap relationship list. You have just heard the craziness that lives inside my head.